This is Tom at ribfix.co.uk. I'm about to start doing a PVC repair. Someone's needed a valve changing and they've attempted to change the valve, but in order to get the back inside they have split the tube too much, and basically the valve doesn't cover the slit, so the putting a patch on the inside, recutting the valve hole, and then another patch on the outside. That should get rid of the leak and give it a decent surface for the valve. Usually you could have a valve doubler. You'll need a valve, a replacement valve. I've already put the back inside so that I don't forget that. That's something that you should do. Otherwise, when you put the patch on, the valve back will still be on the outside and you have to redo some damage to get it back inside. So you'll need a brush, some adhesive. This is from IBS Boats, a marine supplier. You'll need some MEK. You can get it on eBay, or there's a few other places you can get it from. You could also, Polymarine do a very good PVC adhesive. You can usually buy them in kits. You'll need a roller, as I said before, a patch or two patches, probably a metal wire brush, only really if you've got previous repairs or old PVC glue on it. You really want to get all that off, or as much of it as possible, to get a nice clean surface when you're re-adhering the other faces on. To get the old valve out, you could probably do one of these. This one I'm pretty sure is for an A7 valve, and if you're also doing it on a Zodiac, you'll have a valve like this. Normally you can just change the mushroom inside, but in this case they wanted a different valve type, so I'll be putting a C7 valve back in it, as that's what I generally keep and use. A heat gun, knife and scissors, just for cutting the patch out really. So first of all, you want to get the valve back inside and move it out the way. Try not to lose it, because you'll have some problems getting back hold of it again. Once that's inside there, and you know that's inside there, move it out the way, and then you want to use your MEK on a rag or a cloth. You don't want to get this all over your boat. It's not really good for as a cleaning spirit. It's a lot better for using on PVC as a preparation adhesive, because it will take the shine out of your rubber. You want to give it a good rub down with it, and it will sort of start to melt the surface. You should really use gloves. My hands are a bit damaged from it already, but I would definitely recommend using gloves, and if possible a mask. I'm trying to talk, so that's why I haven't put one on. That much. You only really need, call it an inch of brush left, and that will give you a better ability to spread the glue out thinly and evenly. So I'll just quickly go to the bin and do that. So we'll get the glue, adhesive. You want to apply this as thin as possible, making sure that you do get it on all the area that you need it. In my case, I'm going to try and make sure that I can feel the brush around the area on the front that you want it to cover. You'll want to apply it to both surfaces. Less is better. You want it nice thin coats. The thing is, when you add, when your coats are too thick, it gives room for the glue to stretch and basically tear, whereas a really thin layer, there's not really much there, so that's fine. I don't know if you can see that. That's fine. That's a priming coat, so we'll wait now. So that's the first coat now had time to prime off. So about to apply the second coat. So we'll prime that, we'll glue that I mean. Now we'll glue this one. Again, very thin coats. And what we'll do for this one, we'll leave it to dry off a bit, and then we'll roll it up, put it inside the hole, and then use fingers to unroll it inside. It can get quite messy, and you can get away with, if you've got anything like a plastic bag or something, you can put it over the top when you roll it up so it doesn't stick together, and then when you unroll it, it'll be okay, but you might have some difficulty getting the plastic bag back off, which is why I don't generally do it unless I really have to. But this is the way that we'll be doing it. So I'll wait until it's tacked off and then I'll start recording again. Right, that's now tacked off. So as I said before, roll it up. It's big enough to go in the hole. Maneuver it so that the cross marking the centre is back in the centre, and then use some heat on a lower setting. A hairdryer will do it. Use a hairdryer on the higher setting, but then all you do is just work around the area that you want to stick down. Doesn't need to be hot, just needs to be warm. That'll probably be alright. And line up the centre. And then you want to get a roller. Starting from the middle. And work your way out. Go back over it in several different directions. So now the first stage is done. So what we'll do, lift it up, make sure the back face and the front face is separated, and then we'll cut the valve hole out. One cheap tip for this, there's a washer inside and you want it that way when you fit the valve, but we'll remove the washer just so that you get the right size for the valve. Put that on there, draw around it, and then you can fit the valve. Feel inside, you can feel that the internal patch is well past the cut, so that's definitely worked. And now you can fit a front patch. And I'll have to cut that one out, so stop recording and I'll get back to you when we're about to fit that one. So this one's been primed and glued, and now we are sticking it on here. Just giving it a warm. So that's the front hole cut off, and we have the valve back in there. So now all we have to do, maneuver the back, over to here, that in, and use this. And that should be done.